WTIM Pana Morning Show's final segment of the morning, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. On the phone line, we have Kim Toberman, Pana City Clerk. How are you today, Kim?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well over here, and thanks for joining us today. Pretty busy past couple of months there in Pana. We've talked about it in all of our morning shows so far today, but we gotta hit it with you as well. Pana Popcorn Festival, successful, and from your mind, how did that day go, and what were your thoughts?
Oh, it was a very successful event. We've had a lot of comments on it. The people that attended, even from out of town, participated on all the activities, is just phenomenal. Yeah. It's great to see that type of activity happening in our town, and I just wanted to thank the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee and all the volunteers for all the hard work they put into it. It was pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And your experience sitting in city council meetings, how many conversations and how many things needed to be approved and passed for this Pana Popcorn Festival? Was it one of those that needed a lot of reservations and a lot of regulation stuff?
We had an initial couple committee meetings, just to get the idea out there and start figuring out the types of activities that they wanted to have. Yeah. Once we got through that, it was a pretty simple process. Yeah. There were a few, final items that just needed final approval, and we had the fire department involved to get their fireworks license taken care of. But overall, I think it went very smoothly as far as communication between the city and the committee.
Yeah, good to hear on that end. Things were smooth, because I'm kind of sensing this could be a yearly thing for Pana.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely hoping. That is really awesome. This is Kim Toberman. She's the Pana City Clerk there. And when you heard Pana Popcorn Festival for the first time, did that come out in a meeting, or where did you hear that for the first time?
It kind of started with the new Great Western Food Group that's outside the city in the industrial park. They've just opened a facility there, and I think the conversation started with them as a way to introduce themselves to the city and become involved, and Pana Parks just kind of took off with it. And we had the event July 27th, and couldn't ask for a better day.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago at this point, and what an introduction to the city with Great Western products right there. I'm sure Pana very happy to have them, and wow, great Pana Popcorn Festival, first year of it. I mean, things like Pana Popcorn Princess. I mean, we're talking these county fair style pageants right there. Just really cool things come from this. So that is really awesome. Anything else on Pana Popcorn Festival that you want? I know you had one person to thank, or a group to thank there, and you already did that. But any final words on that?
Just, again, I know they put countless hours into this event, and it wasn't just the committee itself involved. They enlisted the help of other community members to kind of head the different activities. So with their help and all of their time and effort, they had a very successful day.
Great. A lot of things going on in Pana this summer. One of the other things, Pana Elementary School opening, and the building is finished, and I've heard just so many good things about it, but there's going to be some sort of open house situation coming up. People need to know about that.
So yes, on August 15th, they're having an open house and ribbon cutting. The open house is from 5 to 6:30 p.m. with the ribbon cutting at 6 as a way to let the community see the facility, all the work and planning that went into that. And I go on daily walks, or try to, and that's kind of part of my path. So I have seen the progress over the course of time, and it is a beautiful facility.
Really cool. I'm sure to have seen the progress there. Haven't been inside of the building yet?
No, I have not. I'm hoping to make it to that so I can get a chance to see it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of the really cool things about the technology involved, all the different rooms, sensory rooms, and all the different services that these elementary schoolers are going to be able to have. So that is really great. You kind of saw the development. How long did this building project take?
Oh, gosh. I don't know for sure, the timeline, but I'm pretty sure that it was close to a 2-year process as far as groundbreaking and getting everything going.
And it was kind of my understanding that the process to combine the two schools, almost over a decade-long process, were those conversations in city council meetings at all?
No, we've kind of been abreast of what was going on,
Yeah.
but that was the units, planning and decision making. The council didn't have to be involved in that too much.
Okay. So with this Pana Elementary open house ribbon cutting August 15th, anything people need to know about it? Of course, hopefully the educators will be out there. Is that something normal at an open house for elementary school?
Yes, I would assume that, they'll be there showcasing their classrooms and all the other facilities that are within.
Yeah. Fun for educators to set up their rooms every year, but I'm sure it's even more fun for the start of a brand new school. So really, really cool. And for the students and for the educators, they're really happy for the city of Pana with this new Pana Elementary School. In your mind, was it needed? The two different locations, did that cause any problems?
In my opinion, I don't think that two different locations cause any problems, but while both schools are, beautiful architecturally and have a lot of historic value to them, they just, they were running their course and just didn't have the facilities and the updates and everything that was needed to bring in, the education that is happening now. So.
Sure. Kim Toberman on the line right now. Pana City Clerk talked Pana Popcorn Festival, Pana Elementary School open house, and ribbon cutting August 15th. And what were the times for that open house one more time?
5 to 6:30.
5 to 6:30. Easy enough. Is Pana Elementary, is there a Facebook for Pana education out there that you know of that people can stay tuned to?
They do, yes. The unit office does have a Facebook page.
Awesome. Good to get that out there. Of course, you're not speaking for the district, Kim Toberman, Pana City Clerk, but you have the good information for us. So I thank you for letting us know about Pana Elementary Open House. I know a lot of parents and students are going to be looking forward to that. Let's talk a little bit about the Pana Labor Day Parade, a big one right there.
Yeah, so this has been a big event for the city of Pana for many, many years. This is actually the 51st Pana Labor Day Parade. It is always on Labor Day, which falls on the 2nd. The parade kicks off at 10 a.m. near right near the new Jack Flash. They have set up and staging kind of within the couple blocks near the library. So this year is the 51st year. The theme is Family Game Night. So we hope to see a lot of float entries and, a lot of other entries in that as well.
Awesome. The 51st Pana Labor Day Parade. What are we talking about lineup and registration? Can you show up and with your float, or is there someone you're going to have to let know?
You can. There is a Pana Labor Day Parade committee. You can reach out to them. They do have a Facebook page as well. I do believe in the past they have allowed people to just show up and they will put them in the different categories that they're in, but I would encourage anybody that wants to participate to reach out to them through their Facebook page.
Awesome. And Family Game Night. Who heads up the theme for these parades? I know you said there was a committee right there.
There's a committee, yes. They do that. They pick the themes every year. And then the theme or the parade also always has a grand marshal that's selected every year, and they do that by nomination. And from what I understand, nominations for the Pana Labor Day Parade grand marshal will be taken to August 15th.
Okay, great. Another really important thing to note there. Always those grand marshals important there, and always some cool, interesting groups that get to lead the parade there. So I'm very excited to figure out who that's going to be. Pana Labor Day Parade. Any Facebook page for that? That's pretty specific there?
They do have a Facebook page. I think it's just called Pana Labor Day Parade. Cool. So you can reach out to them through there and with any questions or information that you might need to have. Yeah, it's the Pana Labor Day Parade page.
Perfect. On Facebook there. That's Kim Toberman, Pana City Clerk here. And we're set to take ourselves a little break on this WTIM Pana morning show. And the man is here to fix our live stream camera. So I got very excited about that. When we come back, we should have that live stream camera up and working. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. But this WTIM Pana morning show is brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. We'll be back with Kim Toberman in just a little bit here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn steady, beans lower, wheat slightly higher. September corn unchanged, 390 3/4. December corn 407 unchanged. March corn 423 1/2. Down 3/4. August beans down 6, 1038 1/4. September beans down 11 1/4, 1020 1/4. New crop November 1030 1/2, down 10.
and trust. Simply use your debit card like you always do, and we will round up your purchases to the next dollar. The extra change is then transferred to your savings account. There's never been an easier way to save. Call 888-PBT-1954 today to find out more. People's Bank and Trust. We put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Just Beds are the yawn exterminators, and they can give you a better night's sleep. Choose from Bemco, Chatham & Wells, Sealy, Simmons, and Tempur-Pedic. Find out the many models and styles available on their updated website by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Thank Byers Chiropractic in Pana for all your spring and summer aches, pains, and injuries. Let me, Dr. Bill Byers, and Dr. Ethan Harper help you. Learn more at byerschiro.com or click on my banner at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And you are listening to the WTIM Pana Morning Show. I'm your host, Tim Zalabak. Thank you all for tuning in today. And our live stream camera is back up and running, courtesy of Justin from CTI. Big shout out to you, Justin. Thank you. Live stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. And this WTIM Pana Morning Show brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. On the phone line, we've been speaking with Kim Toberman, Pana City Clerk, and we have a little bit of a correction to make there. Kim, what is it?
Yes, I apologize. I misspoke earlier, but the Pana Labor Day Parade for 2024, it's actually the 91st parade, but it is the 51st year of nominating a Grand Marshal for the parade. So yeah, we're fast approaching a 100-year anniversary. So I would hope to see that be pretty amazing parade.
Absolutely. I'm glad you worked that. That was an important piece to work in right there. 91 years of a Labor Day parade and 51 years of actually electing that the Grand Marshals. That's really cool. And yeah, 100 years of a parade. It's obviously going to be awesome. We just had the 100th annual Christian County Ag Fair. There's just a sense to it. It's just a little bit more special. So that is really great. Kim, let's talk a little bit about the Pana Tri-County Fair. And off the top of your head, I'm not sure. Do you know the annual year that we're on for Pana Tri-County Fair?
This year, 2024, is the 75th Pana
Wow.
Tri-County Fair. It starts off always the week, midweek before Labor Day. Kind of I don't know, hate to say it, but kind of a big closing to summer, perhaps.
Yeah.
So that is run by the Pana Tri-County Fair Board. They also have a Facebook page called Pana Tri-County Fair. With it being their 75th year, I know that I've seen a lot of events and activities that they are hosting to really celebrate this year. So I, encourage everybody to go out and have a good time.
75 years, got to make a splash at this one. Can you think of any of the new things that people can expect this year off the top of your head?
They always have harness racing, which is kind of a big event, and I know that they are hosting that for several more days than what they typically do to kind of bring that feel back. They have the carnival every year. They have the Pana Tri-County Fair Queen Pageant. I think they're having monster trucks this year. They usually have some sort of musical event in the grandstand, and it's just a good time.
I heard monster trucks in there. That's got to be a new thing.
I don't know that I've seen that one for a while. So yeah, if it has happened before, it's been a while. Usually we have the truck and tractor pulls, things like that. But the monster truck will be definitely a great addition this year.
Oh, that's going to be a fun one. And you mentioned, is it harness racing?
Harness racing.
What is that?
So it's I'm not an expert in horse racing, but the jockeys are on some sort of little pull behind seat behind. They don't actually ride on top of the horses.
Oh, yes, like a chariot type of thing right there. I know what you're talking about. That's a fun one right there. One that I haven't seen out at these county type fairs. So that's really awesome. Pana Tri-County Fair dates. Do you have those?
I believe the kickoff is always on the Wednesday, August 28th. And then it concludes on Labor Day.
Awesome. Yeah, you mentioned, you kind of sadly mentioned that it's kind of the end of summer bash right there, but I think it's a kind of a fun thing to look forward to with the end of summer. It's always kind of been there. Pana Tri-County Fairgrounds, great place for it, and obviously same place this year.
Yes.
Perfect.
Right out off of 6th Street or 7th Street Road East in Pana. They have two separate entrances to get in there. So, yes, it'll be in the same spot as it has been for many years.
Cool. And my first year last year at the Pana Tri-County Fair, and I was happily surprised to see all of the, of course, all the very classic fair carnival games, fair food, everything out there. I'm happy to see the Pana Tri-County Fair does that. Obviously, we can expect that again this year.
Oh, yeah. Yep. A little bit for everybody, for
Perfect.
Sure.
Awesome. Anything people need to know about parking or payments, anything like that?
They do have an entrance fee. I'm not sure what it is this year, but it's usually a per person price, and they have many areas to park inside the fairground. Perfect.
Kim Toberman, Pana City Clerk, talking all about Pana Tri-County Fair here. What year? 75th year Pana Tri-County Fair. So that is a big one. We're happy to hear it.
Yes.
Kim, last couple of minutes here. Any final words about Pana Tri-County Fair to wrap that conversation up?
I mean, I've lived here my entire life. So I've been going to it probably ever since I can remember. It's just always been a fun event. Great to get the kids out and enjoy some rides and some fair food. And the grandstand shows are always a great thing to go to.
Absolutely. A long-standing tradition in the Pana Tri-County Fair, along with the Pana Labor Day Parade. I mean, there's some great things there. And with some new traditions we talked about today, the Pana Popcorn Festival worked a whole lot in. Kim, thank you for taking the time today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Kim Toberman, Pana City Clerk. And this has been the WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. I've been Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Pana Morning Show. Thank you all for listening in.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.